Good morning on it's actually afternoon. Good afternoon, 13th of August 2025. I want to talk about DAX, my trading, OmniDB from this morning. So let's get to it. You can see on the screen we have the DAX chart. We have it up to date to where it is right now. I can't be bothered really to go through this click by click. I want to make the video relatively quickly if I can. So that's why you see it as it is. Plus I'm in position, I opened another position. So I kind of want to keep an eye on that. Anyway, that's by the by. Right, okay, so that's the chart. Here's Omni. Let me just reset that out. Get that back to where it should be. Okay. Right, 1,793 days, that's 1,793 rows in my data. There's multiple tables that feed into this that give us a different look of the data. In terms of our visualizations. Anyway, right, okay, so I want to relate the chart to Omni, right? So this is our Asia opening range. Our first break of that range gives us a direction. If we break in the opposite direction, that gives us a session. So here we can see direction, here we can see session, and then model status, that comes after when the session is closed, which is the same time as the next session opens, which in this case would be London, which would be at 7:30 a.m., which is where I start, or at least I can start my filtering and my process, workflow, whatever it is you want to call it. Right, okay. I marked up the chart here so we can see some things, right? So right here we can see the opening range mid, Asia OR mid. We can see the previous day high. We can see the the extreme exhaustion zone high, extreme exhaustion zone low down here, which these are then covered in this bits of the data here, and this here relates to the mid, this section, these kind of 5 boxes there, and then these 4 on the right give us some probabilities about London. Okay, so I just for transparency, so I was at my desk earlier this morning. I seen the way this was. I seen that how low had been taken, even though this is not counted. This is not Omni based. This is structural. This is very, very discretionary. I was a little bit out of my comfort zone because I don't normally like to take trades before the open, but I did this morning and I bought a break of this candle here. Why? Well, there's multiple rejections, we get higher lows, and when I seen this here, which was inside that, I figured, given that we've taken this low, that we're at least going to look for the other side of the range, and in doing so, that would cause a cascade of events that would happen, that would unfold potentially into a nice trending day or similar. Right, okay, so 7:30, what do I do? Well, we can go plug in short, we can plug in false, here's our short, here's our false, and really up until 7:30 they opened here, this is all we got to go on. As I said, I entered long here, and at this stage I'm looking for a minimum of something like the E's high. I mean, I did have my eye set on Monday's high up there, but all will be revealed. Right, okay, so in the process of the construction of the 230 candle, you can see that we break the Asian mid, right? So we need to plug that into the database here. So as we can see, and as I've talked about in the past, right, this mid is a magnet, and it loves to happen in the first hour, or in other words, the formation of the opening range of London, right? We can also see over here, right, that in terms of the model, it's looking at it wants to be above. However, it can't be above because it's open below. Here it is down here. Here's the open, right? And really, if it's going to, how can I say this? So the fact that we have this, which is kind of giving us a probability for the structure that can't happen, is indicating a kind of bullish thing to me. Same with the EPS nature. The EPS means it engulfs, which means it'll open above and close below, or open below and close above. Right, now we opened below, so this is giving added weight to the fact that that just broke, and those probabilities in terms of the model are the way they are. Right, actually it hasn't, I haven't plugged that in yet, but you can see that that's potentially likely. Let's plug that in. Try that again. All right, okay, so now we can see the big shift into EPS, right? So at this point, right here in time, I'm like, okay, then EPS means it's got to take this high, which means we've got further to go, right? And remember, my entry's down here. Actually, let's put that in. I'm not going to put it over. We'll put it out. I like to keep these out of the way. Let me stop. Would it been something like that? And then looking for something like that, right? Maybe that's a little bit ambitious. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter, right? I always start with around about a 25 to 50 point stop. Anyway, okay, so our box is there. We now have EPS, right? We now have EPS. We've broken the mid. So I'm comfortable in my position. Let me just turn those EMAs off. I do like to use the EMAs. It's something recently that has helped me when in position or in taking a position, joining a trend or something like that, especially if I've got some kind of reason to do so, whether that be, well, usually deriving from data. Anyway, there we go. All right, so actually, is that what we want, isn't it? So, okay, so I added to my position, and it's because I have there's a particular strategy that I use. I won't get into the details of that. At some point in the future, I will be making videos on it, but not right now. So, as we can see, price comes back and it rises, comes back, and it's kind of retesting this Asian mid, which is a successful attempt. We on the next candle we come up and we hit that ease high. Now this is significant. This is quite a significant development because, well, let's explore it and see why. So obviously, up until this point, I've always got the concern, as we can see with the OR color, that this could turn red, right? However, we did talk about it being EPS. We fulfilled that, right, when we broke here. So that is fulfilled, but the OR color is not, right? It is not. And therefore, it's possible, I mean, anything's always possible with price, they come back down and close down here somewhere below the open, making it a red. But we hit the ease high, and we hit it at 3 o'clock, which is, sorry, 8 o'clock a.m., which is right there. And that completely shifts our color and direction. Okay, so when we have this pullback, I mean, there's a long trigger for me there anyway, right? I mean, whatever way you want to cut that, there's an entry there to be had, right? Whether it's a pullback towards it or whatever. And then obviously price moves higher, as we can see. We know at this point where we close there that we are a green box, right? Now, let's bring this down here a second because I want us to see price model. So we are green. So here's our price model, right? We are heavily long. Okay, and here's our price model. And if you actually look right now on the chart, it's not too dissimilar, right? We're going to mark that as long. Excuse me. And then we have something which is trending, and that's where I was, and that's why I decided to go for, continued with the idea of going for Monday's high. obviously that's not happened right now. I did get stopped. I was trailing, and actually when this level broke there, I think I took another 50% there off one of the positions. I know I did over here somewhere. Again, I tweeted all of this in real time. You're welcome to check out my X profile where you can see all that tweeted in real time. But like, I went out for a walk, price comes back down, stops me out there. I have re-entered, and that's what I'm looking for. Where is my stop? Just need to look at another screen. Yeah, so my stop is way below. Basically down here, right? So yeah. Anyway, that is pretty much it. Maybe we do get the Monday's high. I'm happy with my performance today. I have banked points. I am still in play here. So it's been a good morning, and again, Omni is proving its worth. Just one other thing I think is worth pointing out. There was, where is it? I want to take that off. One second. Yeah, so this is worth a look, right, on higher day. Again, structurally, we're looking like this, right? We're not at that level of 0.6%, but this was on the chart when I started the video, and it was there for the reason to show that that's a possibility, right? Now, we can see that the mode there is, damn it, the mode is 0.3, which is down here. So we've exceeded the mode, right? And we're kind of in this, what's that? That's 0.4, and then there's a gap, right? So there's 0.4. So a higher day is kind of in here at the moment. And now I know I've taken the long off, and I didn't know that actually at the time, right? Because that's what I was structurally looking for. Anyway, there it is. I'm going to leave it there. We will see if the Monday high gets hit or not. I will put this back to long. So as per normal, any questions, please drop me a line on Twitter, in the comments below. You can reach out to me on Telegram, or actually here, right, through YouTube. Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.